Very cool. Um, I've got a bit of time today, so we're going to be looking at a 2,250 MMR Shadow Shaman. All right, let's hop straight into it. No dawdling around. So, first thing to do, every single game. Let's go back to the start. Bang! First thing to do before you even play the game is trying to figure out what you're going to be doing in the game and what your job is in the game, as broad an idea as you possibly can. Okay, so team comps. What are the strengths and weaknesses of both comps? Uh, what can he do? So looks like he's got a beefy boy in the bristleback, some heavy tower pressure, some more heavy tower pressure and heavy physical damage heavy into late game, another AoE and an AoE physical damage hero here, and they have a ton more damage coming out from AA. So they've got damage sorted, but your team is really lacks CC. So that's probably going to be your job this game. Alright, on to the enemy team. We're going to take a look at this lineup. So they've got fairly greedy draft. SF and PA want to farm quite a bit before they're useful. Shaker needs to farm quite a bit before he's useful, needs Blink. Same goes for Tide. For Tide's gonna probably want like Hood Blink before you can be useful this game, but you know, different Tides, different builds. And Silencer's also a fairly greedy support. So just in terms of sheer tempo, you guys are online a lot earlier with a lot less gold, since your team tends to power spike with levels. And you're very much looking to abuse your early game timing. So we're going to be looking at abusing catapult timings, level 6 power spikes, smoke plays, deep wards, the full shenanigans to unlock your very early game centric draft. And I believe if when I was looking at this game, it went 40 minutes. And I think you guys barely won. So interesting game, bit all over the place. Let's take a look. Now that we've thought about the game as a whole, think about the lanes. What is the lane permutation? So you got TB. Is this pulse 4 Shaman or pulse 5 Shaman? Pulse 5 Shaman. Building like a pulse 4. Am I? Either way, do I like this build? Not really, no. If you're pulse 5 Shaman, you're going to want Fairy Fires and stats, because you're going to be trading against an Earthshaker. So just put all of your money into damage, pretty much, and have like one Tango. And like Observer Sentry.
It's in the bag. 30 seconds to battle.
So yeah. Also, Clarity is usually a waste of money in the early game. You will very rarely need Clarity level 1 as a support. I'd say like 95% of games you're not gonna... No, 99% of games you're not gonna start with Clarity.
Begins.
Okay. Shackles, let's see if you're... It doesn't really matter if you're level...
First blood.
Okay, so now that we're to lane, I want to talk about what this... Can I turn my... Okay. Shackles level... I can turn it up a little bit. Shackles level 1 does very little. It's not going to help you trade, but much better than this guy. Let's think about this. Total damage is 60. You do more damage with a right click than you would do in a full duration Shackles. Yes, you can use TV meta, but like you're only going to get 2.75 second duration on it, and then I don't know. It's not a... Like, you're going to walk up here, you're going to Shackles this guy. He's going to take like half HP, he's going to walk away, he's going to salve, and then they're going to aggro their wave and reset outside here, right? Then suddenly you're going to realize that you can't do anything with the Shackles as soon as the wave is around here, because if you do, you're out of position, you probably feed. A better option would be to get your Ether Shock, and just like, you'd actually just... You could single-handedly zone out Silencer from the lane. He can't help his Tide, and then when Silencer's low HP over here and pretty useless, you go walk over and beat the shit out of Tide. But as it stands, this Shackles means you have a very one-dimensional playstyle, which is walk at the enemy carry and or offlaner, or in this case, walk through the enemy offlaner and take a fuck ton of damage to do very little. Like if you had Ether Shock here, you hit him, Ether Shock, hit him again, and then that's what? That's like 200 damage, something like that. more. That's like 300 damage. Bang. Done. This tide would already be forced to use the Tango. And you'd be like hardcore winning this lane. As it stands, I don't like this this level of I don't like the where you're putting your aggression. So what does your TB need to feel comfortable in this lane? Silencer isn't really going to pressure the TB out of lane. At most, it's going to be Tidehunter, spamming his spells, and being a nuisance. So your objective, as a support, is to try, especially when you're against a very weak support like Silencer. Silencer's really, really weak support, is to abuse the fact that the enemy team has a weak support by pressuring the core out of the lane. Typically, when the enemy team has a stronger support, you'd look to pressure the support out of the lane first before going back for the core. Also, this is kind of griefing. Well, you've also missed a pull opportunity, a stack opportunity as well. And this is because your idea to play the lane is sloppy. So in an ideal world, the best way to play the lane is simply to walk up, trade a crap ton. It's going to turn 1 minute, walk over, pull 1 minute 15. Is usually the best play you can possibly make. Assuming that as you've traded, the wave is naturally pushed in to like here. But if not, then you probably don't want to pull. You can just go for the 154 stack. Again, my guy, it is 2 minutes 28, and you have full mana. I want to see you at like 100 mana by now. That would tell me that you're using it efficiently. Like the combo, walk in, use Ether Shock, hit him twice, like whatever. It is. I think there's some great clips of when Shaman was super popular, of Kuroki just executing that combo over and over and over again back when the hero was super strong. So again, you could look to be stacking here. You're not really applying pressure. Alright, we're gonna fast forward. I've already talked about how trading should go in this lane. If you don't do it, there's too much more. I'll see if there's something else I can find. Nice. I'm curious to see what you've got on your courier. Because I would say in a lane like this, probably stick in some tangos, go for 4 weeks. Okay, yep, very good. So 2k player, 5k itemization. Okay, maybe the 1 is a bit much, but like we're looking at some 3 to 4k itemization here, which is nice. Not including your stars and which were 1k itemization. I know that's kind of mean, not 1k. And this death happened, by the way, because you haven't been pressuring this guy, so that he was at like 200 HP. If he's at 200 HP because you've been non-stop hitting him all lane, he's not. If he tries to kill you, TB kills him. Like you turn around, you press shackles, TB kills him. So this goes to show how your early game decisions 2 to 3 minutes ago have impacted your death now. So now the lane is in this position. I'd also like to see you reset the wave. Let's see if you can. Pretty hard pull to hit, but if you hit it, I'll be very impressed.
Coin for me.
Wow, that is very good. I did not think I'd see that pull coming out of a 2k player. That is very clean. I respect that. Good man. Or woman. Okay, so now the tide's getting a little bit stronger. You're probably looking to get your boots online or windlace. It's going to get a lot harder to trade. Now Silencer has levels, now Tide has levels. It does get a lot scarier. Especially when your power spikes are predicated around Metamorphosis. You're probably not looking to play like crazy. Again, not abusing stacks of pulls, but I've already talked about that, so I won't talk about it too much more. Let's take a look. Yep. This is just a matter of positioning, actually. You're not respecting how strong the enemy team is. I'm sure you realize that because you died, but the way you want to be taking these engagements is right-click, Ether Shock, and then disengage after they've hit like level 3, level 4. Because when you're not stronger, you're gonna opt for these more poke style of trades instead of literally running on top of the Tidehunter to eat a level 2 Anchor Smash, followed by a level 2 Gush, and a level 2 Arcane Curse. Which is, oof. Yeah, you have no armor. You're just gonna get eaten alive. So yeah, that death is simply positioning. There's no reason ever to walk on top of... As a ranged hero, you know you're out of position is if the melee hero can right-click you. Right? So... just something to note.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. It will fall like a ripe apple. Radiant's middle tower.
And that's all I can do for laning stage, because if I save, there's too many fundamentals of the laning stage not being executed that it would be wasting my time to say otherwise. Do I like the skill build?
No gale can stop the flames. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't know.
It fights for its life. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Probably fine. I mean, SF. Your TB should be in the jungle by now. I'm gonna talk about this after you die. As a support player, it's very important for you to recognize when your carry can't really play the lane anymore. You can suggest to your... I need to turn this fucking volume down further. You can suggest to your carry that, hey buddy, you should probably leave the lane right now, because if you stay, when this guy is level 6, he's going to press R and he's going to kill you. Now obviously the Tides use ulti, TB can play the lane, but as a support, it is your job to be leading the charge and helping your carry make the best decisions possible. You're like, okay, TB, just go jungle. If this guy wastes Ravage to solo kill me, va-va-voom, it's okay, you can come back to lane and keep farming. But otherwise, you kind of just die for nothing. I see this play being attempted. I'll be baffled if it works, but this guy doesn't have Kraken Shell for some reason. Shackle Gamers? Shackle Gamers? Okay. You're lucky this guy is a complete baboon and doesn't have even a single point in Kraken Shell. Any Tidehunter with a brain there would not have died because of that play. Okay, this is too quiet, actually.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so now that the laning stage is breaking down, you are looking to play around your team's power spikes. So it'll be a level 6 on this hero, level 6 on you. You're going to be looking to stack camps and accelerate TB and Bristleback's game. And you're going to be looking to, obviously, mitigate this hero that's beating the shit out of your mid tower.
The Dire's hide has grown thick. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
If you go top again, I think you're griefing your team, but we'll see. Okay. I don't like this. You should be mid right now. You should be telling this Pugna to piss off and that this mid lane is yours. You have, like, literally no reason for being up here. Your Terrorblade does not need you to help him farm these camps. You have zero impact here. You should be sitting mid, getting your 6 as fast as humanly possible, or getting as much XP as possible, before proceeding to move towards either the bottom lane or the mid lane, or in this case, mid lane's already dead, right? So you're going to be proceeding to move towards the bottom lane with your 6 at 10 minutes, and you're going to be sieging this tower with Mass Serpent Woods. That is the ideal move to make in this situation. Or, arguably, you could even been bots helping your team here when they were getting dove. Why does this guy have no resources? Is there anything here you could have done? Alright, let's see if you even looked, right? Let's see if you're even looking at what's happening to your team. Okay. So your team is getting ran at bottom. You have TP off cooldown in 4 seconds. And let's see. All you're doing is hitting neutral creeps in a lane where... Okay, so you did look, and then decided against it. I think you could have looked a lot earlier, instead of being distracted by these creeps.
This should make my life easier.
Again, so your next move is going to be towards the bottom lane. And let's... What the heck is happening? Okay. Somehow the enemy team's throwing because they're trying to fight when they're super weak. You finally have your 6, which is great. Do you have clarity coming on anywhere? Where is your courier? Okay, great. Now is the perfect time to walk over to this lane and play with your team. Watching your team.
Dire's top tower is feeling its mortality.
Okay. So because of your map, how you're looking at the map, I don't know what's going on bottom. But I do know you've probably missed a massive opportunity to take a free objective. Again, like, if you commit for this top tower... Okay, right, so the reason you're staying here is because you think this tower is more valuable than this tower. This tower means very little. Yes, it opens up the triangle, which is arguably the most valuable part on the map for the enemy team, but this is also the single hardest point of a map to reliably control as the enemy team. What I mean by that is, if even you would literally need to sit 5 heroes here to effectively control this area after taking this tier 1, which simply isn't efficient. That's 3 camps between 5 heroes. It is more efficient to open up bot lane, get access to these 3 camps, and also get access to a route that leads you to like sweep through mid and bot and catch any stragglers going for these camps. But what you're choosing to do is essentially pressure a part of the map that means nothing. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna phrase it. This top lane means literally nothing in this scenario. If it's going to get taken, TB's going to take it because you're applying pressure elsewhere. If you think about this, if you force 5 heroes to the bottom lane with mass serpent wards, TB's going to take this tower anyways. He doesn't need your help. Or Pugner's going to come up here and throw 2 spells at it if he feels like if he's feeling good about himself. But this walking around, I've now seen you walk around for like 3 minutes doing nothing.
Radiant's bark has grown thick.
And you're probably going to die here. Yeah. So, okay, yeah. So my point was made exactly. This is the hardest part. This is the single hardest tower to take. The single hardest tower to take leads to the single hardest area to control in a game, or at least of the tier 1s. And you've also debated your TB into maybe even dying. Okay, no, this guy just... I don't know, he may still die. Okay, so you not only killed you and your TB, gave the enemy Shadow Fiend 2 kills, you also weren't helping your team take this tower. And your AA died for no reason. You literally could have gone bot and not a single hero on your team would have died. Okay, maybe one support would have died trying to take this tower, but it would have been infinitely better than the map state that you're currently in now. And also you wasted Serpent Wards. So that this entire play top, game losing. This is game losing stuff. And this is simply just down to poor recognition of what are the important objectives on the map to take. But and it's super easy. The order is literally safe lane tier 1, mid tier 1, and then it's between off lane tier 1 or bot lane tier 2, depending on which is easier. And then you finish off every other side lane tower before you go back for mid, pretty much.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the same applies to sieging high ground. Like you ideally siege the high ground side lane towers before mid lane tower, because mid lane is just a suicide lane after the tier 2 and tier 3 lanes.
Dire's top tower is feeling
I see you're going for Glimmer Cape.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I disagree with the Glimmer Cape assessment because it tells me that you haven't considered what your job is in the game. Your job in this game is to stun people. You are literally a walking stun bot. Nothing else you do matters. If I'm Pulse 5 this game, I am straight up going Glimmer Cape, BKB. Sorry, I'm straight up going Aether Lens, Blink BKB as Pulse 5. Because if I don't, no one on your team is going to stun anyone. And the enemy team is just going to walk away every single time your team tries to make a move. They're going to take this ultra late when your team's power spike is diminished, and you're going to be in a really bad position. This Glimmer Cape doesn't do shit in my eyes. And this is part of the problem with playing Shaman as a position 5. He's a stun bot and a push bot. He needs a lot of items to do his job. Okay, so you're going for this engagement. I do like your positioning at this fight. You know, the enemy team is still hiding around here, but This was fine. I think you were protecting. Yeah, you're protecting your side of the map. There's no real objective you want to go for. This was good positioning. I was very happy with this.
I'll take that.
So you're 3k behind. Let's see how your Terrorblade's doing. Oh my lord. Okay. This is huge. So what I would be looking to do in a situation where you know the enemy SF ulti is... How do I... SF's ulti is on cooldown for 90 seconds. Silencer's ulti is on cooldown for 117. You heard the global, you were silenced, and you also saw this guy just use ulti in front of you. This is the perfect time to buy my favorite item in the world, which is a Smoke of Deceit. Now let's see if you have a smoke available. Hooray! We have 2 smokes available. So, you're in this position. You know 2 massive teamfight ultis are down. Your team is strong. I don't think they're waiting for any item. Oh, this guy's waiting for Hood, and then he's good to go. Pugna has travels, because he's insane. This guy's going Glimmer Cape as well, which is another reason why you don't need to buy Glimmer on Shaman, because your AA is going for it, and if you have 2 Glimmer Capes, it's kind of a waste of money. So yes, perfect time to go smoke and invade the enemy bot lane. But we likely won't see that happen, because somehow this net worth lead is not working out super well. What the fuck is happening? Okay, this is just panic mode, I think. There's very little what's the word? There's little forethought in this play. So, you see 3 heroes here, all of which you cannot just walk into and stun, other than maybe Hex and throw a spell out. You're walking towards the low ground. Like, this screams disastrous play to me, right, just from this moment onwards. And we're going to see why. You're going to go into Hex, you're going to press your Q, and then you're going to realize there's literally nothing you can do. Not only that, I suppose you're running to your Bristleback and your TB. I think as soon as you see your team go back in, your objective is, I guess, stunning this guy's actually okay. This guy's rushing Refresher. You know what? I like this play because you didn't let Tidehunter Ravage and SF died. You know what? That was good. I seem to think Ravage was off cooldown for some reason. Or on cooldown. But yeah, if you're a stun bot, you stop him from ravaging, perfect. And he ravaged anyway for nothing. So yeah, that was amazing. This was a great play. But I think walking down to the low ground over here, this is suicide. I think I'd much rather have seen you play on the high ground, really abuse vision, stay safe. It is so important that you stay safe as long as possible, because if you fuck up, you lose your team the game. Your team is literally relying on you to carry them because this draft is so bad. Okay, let's go fast forward. We're approaching the 20-minute mark. I don't like to go past the 20-minute mark in games where the laning stage was executed poorly. I like this. You're covering high ground. I'm not sure how that worked, but it did. PA went in blinds, which is great. So you get a free carry kill on the PA. So now we're going to talk about some ward theory. So, you already have 3 wards in this type of a line across the map. So your next ward, and also they're covering this side of the map. So your next wards are kind of looking to play in like these circles, right? We're like playing pseudo tic-tac-toe here. Your wards don't want to be in the same. What is happening? How is this happening?
Radiant's top tower is under attack. It shall encroach no more.
Where does this SF come from?
Tower is under attack. I foresee the Radiant's top tower falling shortly.
This guy dead? This guy must be dead, right? Okay, you take that. So as I was saying, right? So your next set of wards you're gonna be looking are gonna be around here, around here, around here. Very, very aggressive, right? As best you can. Obviously you're dead. There's not much you can do about that. But they're mid-kill themselves to kill you, which is amazing. PA wants to kill herself. I don't know how this. I don't understand how this game goes 40 minutes. I'm very confused. TB arrives. A bit early on the release from AA, but still good. SF's gonna have nothing coming into this fight. Agna, it has literally no items. You are trying to kill yourself. Okay, sir, you need to press your Glimmer Cape. If you know you're going in for a play, just preemptively press Glimmer Cape. Like, then you initiate the fight from invis, you shackle, and then you maintain your invis, since you don't remove the buff. And yeah, there was no need to die here. There was no need to drop serpents here either. You could have literally walked up, shackled PA, glimmered, forced out a fissure, hexed PA, you wouldn't have died. The enemy team would have retreated, and then you would have dropped serpent wards and taken high ground at 20 minutes with meta. Maybe not because they have Ravage up, but like you could have forced high ground with serpents. You could have taken mid. Could have maybe gone to Roche, depending on how long meta's up. It's not really up, so you probably can't go Roche. But or maybe you could have taken another team fight. But again, there's literally, this is an impossible way to die. Like, you literally have to not press your buttons to die here, which is, I would argue, an unacceptable death as a support player. If you want to reliably climb as support, you can't be. These deaths can't be happening. Especially in, like, drafts like these. So, I mean, you guys forced Refresher and BKB. Not sure what you're... Again, Glimmer Cape usage? Okay, you know what? I think this is where I'm going to end off the replay. You need to go into a demo lobby and literally spam the shit out of Glimmer Cape. Just put it on some random hotkey that you usually put it on. Have like 8 allied axe heroes moving around you, and like every single time it's off cooldown. No, you know what? Just use free spells. Free spells and free items. And just spam the Glimmer Cape. Your TB should never die here with you behind him. I am in shock. So you use it on yourself? Great. 12 seconds, 10 seconds, 7. Look, you're right next to him. Ah! Okay. Replay's done. I'll put it in the write-up that I'm gonna do as well.